Hey, what is up guys, and welcome back to the FC's Football channel. And today we are here with a watch long for Manchester United versus Crystal Palace in the Premier League. And of course it is the first game of the Ralph Rangnick era here at Manchester United. I'm, for one, am really looking forward to it. If we're talking players, we have David De Gea in goal, a back four of Diego Dalot, Victor Lindelof, Harry Maguire, Alex Telles, Scott McTominay, Fred, Rashford, Bruno Fernandes, Jadon Sancho, and Cristiano Ronaldo. So, those eager-eyed viewers out there will notice it's the same starting 11 that we saw Michael Carrick start in his last game as Manchester United caretaker manager. Was he officially? So, look, while it's the same lineup, and look, if this was Michael Carrick or Ole Gunnar Solskjaer putting this lineup out, I would be saying I'm disappointed in that lineup. I want to see more. I want to see the better players. But because it's Ralph Rangnick, because it's a new era, I'm quite excited because with this lineup under an Ole or a Carrick, we know what we were going to see. With Ralph Rangnick, while it might be the same players, it could be a completely different style of play, and how we look to play might be completely different. And that is what I'm excited to see. So let's hope we do see a different style of football and not the same old which we saw under Ole Gunnar Solskjaer and Michael Carrick. Like I said in the preview though, Rangnick has had one training session with these players. That's not enough time to implement a new system. Ralph Rangnick said that himself. So don't expect to be playing like Liverpool already, where we're going to be pressing the full 90 minutes. Because potentially, and chances are, these players aren't fit enough to do that. So, I'm not sure how to feel. I'm happy and excited to see what comes. Although, the starting lineup, while like I say, it's a fresh and clean slate for all these players, it's a little bit concerning that we might just see the same old. EB90, how are we? You're going for a 4-1 United win. See, I don't know. I think predictions are really difficult. I think they're really difficult for today's game. What did I say in the preview? Cuban. Oh no. Oh, you nearly got me there, DJ. Right. I think I went 2-0 United. Right. There we go. Yeah, I went 2-0. I would love it to be 40. There we go. I'm playing for DJ. Just out of pity for the 3-2 loss we took. But look, I mean, look, this Palace team aren't bad. This ain't the Palace team that we've seen over the last few years under like Roy Hodgson or Frank de Boer or Alan Pardew, where they've not been a walkover, but like they've gone defensive and they've tried just to see out a 1-0 win or something like that. This team have beaten big teams and quality teams this season. They beat Man City and they were fantastic against Manchester City. And if we look at the lineup for the Crystal Palace today, this is what we see. So we see, right, there we go. So we've got Guaita in goal. We've got Klein, Tompkins, Guay, Tariq Mitchell, Jeffrey Schlupp, Kuyata and Conor Gallagher make up a midfield three with Jordan Ayew, Wilfried Zaha, and Christian Benteke up top. So it's a strong Crystal Palace team. Jeffrey Schlupp is so I'm going to be interested to see how he gets on in midfield. I mean, I know he's played there recently for Palace, although I've never really, what I've known of Schlupp is that he's always been a winger / forward. I know he's played as a left back, left mid, and a striker. I've never seen him play centrally, so I'll be interested to see how he actually does get on. I can't say I've watched loads and loads of Crystal Palace this season. This attack, I think Benteke, if we find Benteke up against Victor Lindelof, he could be very dangerous because we know Victor Lindelof can be bullied. We know Lindelof in the air, he's a bit vulnerable, and Christian Benteke will look to take advantage of that. Jordan Ayew, I don't think rate him massively highly, and Zaha, we know the sort of problems he can cause this Manchester United defence today, especially up against someone like a Diogo Dalot, who, look, a lot of people were impressed with Dalot against Arsenal. I mean, during the watch along, I wasn't too impressed with him, and I can't say I've rewatched the game, but defensively, I don't think Dalot is amazing. So against Zaha, I do fear a little bit for what could happen. I think Palace's bench is very strong. You've got players like Odsonne Edouard who scored a lot of goals over in Scotland. Eze and Elise, they're two very, very good and quality players who can come on and cause defensive issues if given the opportunity to. It's all right team for Palace. Yeah, look. That team should be enough to beat Palace. If we win, we go above Arsenal, do we? But is that because we've played one more game than them? Yeah. So a win today would take us up to 5th, although Tottenham will have 2 games in hand on us, and Arsenal will have 1. So you can't be too. What would be the word? Like, too happy. You'll be like, yes, we've done it. Just yet, but of course a little bit of celebration, I guess. 4-1, let's go. Ronaldo hat-trick incoming. Zaha can take Maguire back to Leicester. Can probably send him back to Hull, let alone Leicester. Benteke in the jungle. The mighty. I've got the tune. Benteke. In the jungle, the mighty jungle, the striker misses an open goal. Right, I think we'll be top 4 by January. I mean, theoretically, it's not the craziest of suggestions. Obviously, you'd have to hope teams like West Ham fall off, which, I mean, look, if you watched them against Chelsea yesterday, they didn't look like falling. They don't look like falling off. But Manchester United do have a really nice run of games coming up. If we go over to this screen, we open that. Beat Palace, beat Young Boys, beat Norwich, beat Brentford, beat Brighton, Newcastle, Burnley. All of them games you expect Manchester United to win. So, all December you should be winning every game. If we are meant to be competing for Premier League titles. Wolves, Aston Villa, West Ham, they're going to be fairly difficult. Burnley you expect to beat. You should beat Southampton. Leeds, we usually do quite well against Leeds. We should beat Watford. And then we come to the hard run of games where we have City, Spurs, Liverpool, Leicester, Everton, Arsenal. Obviously, we play Norwich in between. You get to that point, yeah, you might drop a few points here and there, but you've set yourself up for a good end to the season. So I am excited for where Ralph Rangnick can take this team. West Ham underrated team. Yeah, I would say they are. They're 4th for a reason, and they were very good last season as well. Hello, pleb. How are we, mate? Benteke to score 2 headers. I mean, theoretically, they could. I mean, what I would say about this defence is the fullbacks, I would say, are defensively vulnerable. I don't particularly rate Tellez or Dalot defensively. So especially that left hand side, while it's Jordan Ayew attacking him, which definitely does help us. If it was like a Michael Elise, I'd be a lot more scared. With the left hand side, Rashford. I mean, this screen will probably be better to describe it. Rashford isn't a player that will get back and track back as much as Jadon Sancho will. So if you have Jordan Ayew running at Tellez, who, like I said, I don't rate as the best defensive, as a very good defensively sound left back. You beat him, you can take on Maguire, get across into him. Then you've got Benteke versus Lindelof. That, for me, indicates Benteke's going to get a few chances today in the air. Obviously, if you go the other side, so you have Zaha up against Dalot. While Zaha is certainly good enough to take on both Dalot and Jadon Sancho, Dalot might not be very good defensively. I think Tellez is probably a better defender than Dalot is, but Jadon Sancho will help double up on Zaha because he will track back. And theoretically, if Zaha does get past both of them two and gets across in past Lindelof, Maguire should be there and should be able to beat Benteke in the air. I'm feeling like a pen will be in this game. I mean, now you've said it, you've got the thought in my mind. I would not be surprised if Diogo Dalot takes out Zaha and gives a penalty. Why have you done that to me? Right, I've got your prediction down, pleb. Have you been to Old Trafford? I've been this season. No, actually, no, I haven't. I didn't go to this season. I went to the London Stadium. I have been to Old Trafford before. Van der Beek, Alanga, and Phil Jones on. Sorry, bro. I just have a feeling like it's all right. It's all right. I mean, well, I should probably tell you about the bench. Obviously, on the bench we have no Anthony Martial or Jesse Lingard. Now we have a reason. These two players haven't just been dropped. These players aren't in the squad because they've picked up injuries / don't feel well during training, so they've not been included in the squad. So it's not a big deal that both Anthony Martial and Jesse Lingard aren't in the squad today. It's not something that we should really worry about just yet. Right. Where's Tom Heaton? Probably in his slippers. That's where I would imagine Tom Heaton is. He's in his slippers. He's got something. Right. What is that? Just sell Dean Henderson already. I agree. Look, do I think Dean Henderson's a good goalkeeper? I do. I'm not one of those who hates on Dean Henderson. He is a good goalkeeper. But is he good enough for me to be number one? No. And he's value, isn't he? He's worth a bit of money. So why keep him when we can sell him? I timed him out. If he starts thinking again, I'll block him. But what was that? Why is it doing that? Bloody hell, I didn't like that. Dean is a good goalkeeper. No, Dean Henderson is a Premier League goalkeeper. I mean, I just don't think he's that Man United. Like Dean Henderson would be Crystal Palace first choice goalkeeper. We have more goalkeeper options than midfield options. That's a joke. I agree. And look, I quite liked it, Tom Heaton. I think Tom Heaton is very much what you expect from a backup goalkeeper for the top 6. And look, if we go to the Premier League table. Who do I think Dean Henderson would start for in this league? Not Man City, Liverpool, potentially West Ham. I think he would push. I think would push Fabianski and Areola. Arsenal no, Tottenham no. Obviously not United. Maybe Wolves. I've not watched loads of Wolves to really tell you how good Jose Sarr is. I think he starts over Sanchez for Brighton. Palace he starts for. Brentford, I think he does. Villa, no. Southampton, yes. Everton, no. Leeds, probably not. Watford, he does. Burnley, I would say he probably does. Starts for Newcastle, starts for Norwich. He starts for a lot of the Premier League. And I think he would start for teams like... I think he would be Dortmund's best goalkeeper, for example. So I don't... While I think he should be sold... I think he has value. That's why you should sell him. And because, like I said, Tom Heaton is far good enough to be a backup goalkeeper for Manchester United. We didn't need to sign Tom Heaton if we were keeping Dean Henderson. Sorry about this. I'm trying to sort my webcam out. Hold on. Let me turn my camera off. Everton might look for Jose Mourinho as they might sack Rafa. I don't think they'll sack Rafa, and I don't think they would go for Mourinho, to be honest. Look, while Rafa is certainly under the cosh at the moment, I don't think he'll get sacked fair anytime soon, really. Plus, as well, I mean, that Roma job was always going to be a hard job for Jose Mourinho. And I don't think he'll be sacked anytime soon. I think you have to at least give Mourinho a season or two. People are acting as if Roma are some amazing team. Yesterday they lost to Inter Milan, the best team in Serie A. I mean, I think... Don't get me wrong, I haven't watched loads of Roma. But they're sat... Where are they sat in the table? They're sat 6th. I mean, 8 wins, 1 draw, 7 defeats. 6th is about where I'd expect Roma to be. Is it not? And, I mean, if you look at some of their games, against Bologna, when they lost 1-0, they've dominated that game. So, I think you have to be a little bit realistic at times and realise sometimes you don't win, you do lose games, like Chelsea did yesterday. And you have to, the expectations on this Roma team have to be... Well, it has to be the correct expectations. Roma was never going to bring in Mourinho and get first place this season. Last year they came 7th. So as long as Roma keep improving, then I think rightly so he should keep his job. I wasn't expecting that midfield from Ralf Rangnick. To me, I think this midfield and this starting 11, well, I'm not surprised by it. For me, these players won the last game. And Ralf has had, 2 training sessions? In a bit, EB90. Yeah, a lot of these players have had 1 training session. Well, I think all of these players have had 1. Ralph's had 2 in total with these players. So I wasn't expecting instantly, we're going to start playing a completely different lineup. And it's kind of just, look, you won the last game. I'll give you a chance. I'm not going to drop you straight away, but you have to perform for me. And in that sense, look, rightly so, because I don't think you can just drop players if you've hardly even like if you're not you look he's had one coaching thingy with him. There's a reason to him. There must be a reason why these players are playing. And I mean, you look at that bench. Van der Beek, do you start him? Maybe. Matic potentially doesn't really fit the way Ralph Ragnick likes to play. I'm not surprised Dalot starts with Tellez because they played fairly well against what's his name? Against Arsenal. And I think if you're going to leave a lot of the team the same, you might as well just leave the whole team the same. Plus, we don't know how fit players like Matic and Wan-Bissaka are, considering they didn't even make the squad against, for the Arsenal game. Martial and Lingard, 2 substitutes in that game, both drop out due to injury. So I'm not entirely surprised by the team, although it would have been nice to see like a Van der Beek start today. But look, I'm just excited to see how this team performs for once. For once, I'm actually really excited just to watch Manchester United play. And we haven't really felt that in so long, have we? I think for so long it's kind of not been a task to watch him, of course, but it's kind of like we just know what we're going to expect and what to expect, don't we? Oh, it's going to be boring football. It's going to be we're going to slog it out and we'll just about get it over the line. Right, let's try and get the game then. Also, I cannot believe that it's Sunday and there are no Premier League games on telly, or none of the 2 o'clock games are. I think there's a late kickoff. That is. I expect high pressure from United, even Ronaldo, to be involved. What I would say is don't expect that straight away. While of course eventually we'll get there, but like I said, United haven't been a high pressing team ever, really, have we? Or at least for a couple years we haven't been. So after 2 training sessions, how are we going to be that now? Realistically, we can't. It's just not feasibly going to happen. But I do want to see more emphasis on trying to press, because I don't think we see an emphasis on it at all. Or what I hope we see Ralph Rangnick on the touchline screaming and shouting at these Manchester United players to press and to press heavily. That's not something we've seen from Manchester United managers. Well, since Mourinho, so 3 years. But look, I believe we can get something. I do. I mean, even saying that, it sounds weird for me to say that. Of course we should be getting something. So, just to go over the starting 11s again. So, for Manchester United, it is David De Gea in goal. It's a back 4 of Harry Maguire, Lindelof, Dalot and Tellez. In the midfield double pivot, we've got Fred and Scott McTominay, with a front 4 of Marcus Rashford, Bruno Fernandes, Jadon Sancho and Cristiano Ronaldo. For Crystal Palace, we have Vincent Guaita, Nathaniel Klein, James Tompkins, Mark Guay, Tariq Mitchell, Jeffrey Schlupp, Cheku Kouyaté and Conor Gallagher, with Zaha, Benteke and Jordan Ayew leading the line for Crystal Palace. Hello, FIFA Suite. Or Sweat, sorry. You've changed the name. We've got a name change up in here. How are we, mate? What's your prediction for the game? Last season wasn't the best for United against Palace. Well, we haven't been very good against Palace for ages. If we think back to Ollie's first season, full season, we lost. Was it 2-1 or 3-1 opening day? I think it was 2-1 because Dan James scored, didn't he, to equalise? And then they scored last minute through. Was it Van Aanholt? Then we lost. Then we won 3-1, but we played dreadfully. Last season, opening day of the season, we lost 3-1. Van der Beek scored on his debut, and then we drew 0-0. So, we've never been good against them, really, under Ollie. But, again, it's a good opportunity to put the record right and get a win. And let's hope for a good performance from Ralph Rangnick today. So these are the predictions we've got so far. So I went 2-0 United. EB90 went 4-1 United, as did NG. DJ went 2-0 Palace. Pleb went 3-1 United. And obviously FIFA Fortnite. That's not his name. There we go. Has gone 4-0 United. Ronaldo with 2 and Bruno with Rashford also getting 1. Look, I'm really hoping for a good performance from Marcus Rashford today. I don't think he was good enough. I don't think he's been good at all really this season. But it's a big opportunity for him. Prove me wrong. Prove why he should be starting and why he is starting today. I hope the likes of McFred and Maguire get their confidence back. I agree. I mean, I thought Maguire was alright against Arsenal. I didn't think he played badly at all. So, I mean, Fred obviously has been very inconsistent over his time at Manchester United. And what I hope Ralph Rangnick brings... You think Telles is going to score, not Bruno? Well, yeah, with Fred, he's been very, very inconsistent, hasn't he? Well, my screen's just gone green. So, I mean... So, yeah, what was I saying? So, I hope under Ralph, we see more, well, players like a Fred, McTominay, if he's going to play a lot, become consistent. Because consistency is what wins you Premier League titles. Not you turn up on your day and your quality. Consistency. And that's something Manchester United have really not had under Ole Gunnar Solskjaer. And it's why I don't think we've ever been close to really winning a Premier League title. Because on our day, like we've said so many times, we are brilliant. But we can go beat Man City and deserve to win. And then get smashed by West Brom. I remember the first game of the season. I'm hoping we play a team more under Ralph. I'm hoping we play more as a team under Ralph. Yeah. I tell you what, as well, I do really like the new Man United like jackets and training tops. I do really like them. The players are walking out. Come on, United! There he is. There's Big Ralph. Big Ralphie Ragnick. Obviously, again, his first job, first game in charge of Manchester United. Let's hope we do start to see what, like I said earlier, don't expect it to be like very, very clear or like it to be perfect the way he's trying to implement us to play. But let's hope we do start to see a little bit of what he's trying to do. I mean, I'm guessing a third. I'm getting the third away kit with Fernandez in the back. Fair enough. Yeah, mum. I'm looking forward to it. I'm getting a little bit nervy the longer we wait. We wait for the game to start, but I'm looking forward to it. Come on. There's Sir Alex. Sir Alex is in the ground. Right. So they take the knee. And away we go. We go long straight away. United trying to take it down, get it down. Here comes Palace out for a throw into United. Right, here we go. Right. I'm glad Ralph isn't playing Bruno on the wing. I mean, we could see something in the future after more coaching sessions that looks a little bit more like sort of like something like this. Like I said in my preview show, if you do have something like this, while Bruno is seen as the winger, what it would be is Bruno coming in there and Tellez or Luke Shaw or whoever making that run in behind. Right, we've got one. Right, we're now ahead. So we got a free kick, is it? No, it's a corner. Corner for United. Bruno Fernandes will take it. So we've got Ronaldo, McTominay, so on in the box. We've gone short into Rashford. Back into Bruno. Into Jadon Sancho on the edge. Into Tellez, who lines it up for a shot. Just wide. That's straight off. That looked like something straight off the training ground there for United. That's what we have Eric Ramsey for, isn't it? That's Eric Ramsey for you. It's not a bad effort though by Tellez, to be fair. United win it high up here. Sancho puts it across to Ronaldo. Defended well by Palace. This is a much better from Manchester United from the off here. Much better. Ball comes into the box. Ronaldo goes for it. Maguire can't bring it down. McTominay, good tackle by Fred. I tell you what, we already look better. We're 4 minutes in and we already look a better football team. We've just had our manager give instructions. I tell you what, it is this. It's exactly what I said it was. It's this. It is Bruno out on the left. Rashford and Ronaldo as a front two. Just look at the screen there. It's definitely a 4-4-2, either a 4-4-2 or a 4-2-2. Again, you can see there, Rashford and Ronaldo are certainly playing as a front two. Guaita. Ronaldo. Look how high we're winning this ball. McTominay. Ronaldo. Does well. Into Sancho. Lindelof. Maguire. Get out to Tellez. Quickly. Even that just looks quicker. It looks like we are quickening this game up. Bruno. Gives the ball away. Poor there from Bruno Fernandes. Maguire gives it back to De Gea. Can he find Fred? He does find Fred. Into Maguire. First time passing from United. My God. We have been starved. Tellez finds Rashford. Poor pass looking for Fred, who just can't keep it in. Okay, so who's the GOAT? Messi or Ronaldo? Lionel's the GOAT. Right. So it's these two in here, and then he's out here. Well, actually, hold on. There we go. So, let's make that Rashford. And Bruno. Here comes Zaha. Into Benteke. Puts it across. Good save, De Gea. Gets down low and makes what... Well, it's a save you expect him to make. Bruno Fernandes looks for the crossfield ball for Ronaldo and finds it. Ronaldo looks for the ball inside the two centre-backs, but easily defended. We're playing... Yeah, we are. And Spurs have taken the lead. Lucas Moura has given Spurs the lead in their game against Norwich. Mark Guay does well. Oh my, we are better, so much better already. I don't want to keep going on. Here comes Rashford. Rashford in the box. Finds Cristiano Ronaldo. Sancho's made the overlap. Ronaldo, put it in! Bruno Fernandes just can't get on the edge of it. Bloody hell. It brings a tear to my eye. We are so much. This is the type of football we've been starved from. Fred picks it up. Good pressing again from United. Here is Jadon Sancho. Goes out to Bruno Fernandes. Fred. Looks to put it into the box. Well defended by James Tompkins. Can I see your fantasy team? Yeah, hold on. I'll get it up in a bit. Tariq Mitchell. Palace will look to break here. Zaha up against Victor Lindelof. Where's Diego Dalot? He's jogging back. Shot straight at David De Gea. And that's the issue with Diego Dalot for me. So... do I have any screen that fits it perfectly? No. So that's my team. So I've got De Gea in goal, Gabriel who plays tomorrow, Matip, Trent, Reece James, you got 0 because you got conceded 3 and got booked. Salah, Benrahma, Foden, Antonio and Harry Kane. So we've got 37 points so far this week. Sancho picks it up here on the left-hand side. So there clearly is an emphasis on Sancho and Bruno to roam and come a bit more narrower than what we see usually from our wingers, obviously, because Bruno Fernandes would usually occupy that space behind the striker. Dalot. Rashford. Bruno. Back to Rashford. Looks to take on a player. Goes down. Free kick Manchester United. Edge of the box. This is Bruno Fernandes territory. Bruno Fernandes territory this for Manchester United. You might see Cristiano Ronaldo take it as well. You're on 62? Oh, 60 points. I mean, my league, I'm 3rd in my own league. How was Charlie doing better than me? Oh, I can see why. Yes, Salah as captain. Every week, he probably just has Salah as captain, getting him like hundreds of points. Owen's run clear. Right. Right, let me just refresh this because it froze. My game froze. And look, this is the annoying bit about the game's not being televised properly, isn't it? But there we go. Like I just don't understand how we can have no 2 o'clock kickoffs on telly. For one, and for two, why in the UK we get less of the English Premier League than Americans. Now, that's nothing on Americans, but it just doesn't make sense to me. Like, I wouldn't expect to have more of the MLS than Americans. Rashford, McTominay, Fred goes back to Lindelof, Maguire, crossfield ball, looking for Dalot into Rashford. Fred, Bruno puts it into the box. Vincent Guaita comes out well and claims. Zaha, Tarek Lamptey, Tarek Mitchell, Zaha up against Diego Dalot. Zaha puts it in. Lindelof, good defending. And I'm third. I'm not very good at fantasy football. That's my issue. I feel like I get very unlucky. So pass has gone short. Zaha puts the ball into the box. Lindelof falls over Gallagher, but nothing's given. Or was that Gallagher or was that Tompkins? It was Tompkins. Right, so throwing for United, Tellers will take it. 15 minutes into this game. I've been very impressed and happy with the opening 15 minutes from United. Look, there's obviously still more to do, but so far so good. Dalot, McTominay. Good pressing by Jordan Ayew. Lindelof just about wins the ball from Benteke. Dalot goes long. Gives it straight to Cheku Kuyasi. That's awesome from Diego Dalot. Just, he had time. Nathaniel Klein. We'll give it back to Tompkins. Guay. And clearly, Palace are still going to try and play it out from the back. And look, that Palace are better at playing out from the back than we were. And might still be better than we are right now, obviously. As the longer we have Ralph, the better we will become at it. But that's because Vieira is a better coach than Ollie was. I've been playing it since the first year it was out, so I'm a beast. Yeah, I mean... Yeah, I just like, for example, Dennis for Watford. For the last 2 or 3 weeks, I've been thinking about, I'll get him in, and then just haven't. And he's scored so many goals, and that's just like, why did I not just get him in? But at the same time, it's like I'll buy someone. So let's say I buy, I don't know, someone who's got injured recently. Rashford leaves it. Well, yeah, we'll use Rashford as an example. I'll get Rashford. And then next week, he'll get injured. Or someone will get, one of my better players will get injured for like 2 or 3 weeks. So I have to get rid of him. So I can't then build transfers. Ronaldo's in here. Ronaldo shot blocked by Guay. It will be a corner. So I've constantly had to take players in and out because due to injuries. You seem to know a lot about football. I can tell you watch football from an early age. Thank you, pleb. Thank you. Right, Bruno Fernandes will take this corner. How are we, United Live? You're going 5-0 United. Ball comes into the box. Cheku Kouyaté is there and does well. There you go. So we'll go through the predictions again quickly. So the predictions for this game are this. So I went 2-0 United. EB90 went 4-1. DJ Salty went 2-0 Palace. NG also went 4-1 United. Pleb went 3-1 United. FIFA Sweat. Ronaldo! Just wide from the edge of the box on the header. And United Live, obviously, you've gone 5-0. That's a big call. So it was Adalo who put the cross in. I mean, it fouled to Ronaldo, but would you say that was a good cross? I mean, it fell to him at the edge of the box. How are you watching again? Um, I, I've got a completely legal stream. That's what I've got. Hope that hope that helps. I'm sure you can find one on Twitter, or if you know the websites, they're on there. Zaha looks to turn Dallo but runs out of play. But I mean, that's what that's what is stupid about the whole the footballing laws on in England. Total Sport Tech is what I've heard is good for if you want to do illegal activities. Can't confirm or deny because I'm completely legal and legit. But yeah, that's what I don't get. Like, if I could, if there was legal ways to watch it in the UK, and like I would. Like at the start of this season, I tried to get DAZN Canada in the UK and use a VPN to pay for it because I would well most of the time if you find eventually you'll find a stream that doesn't crash loads, but I don't want to have to keep reloading streams and potentially miss something because it freezes. Where if you get like something legit, like BT Sport, obviously if you use their BT Sports app or Sky Sports app, it won't keep crashing because obviously it's legal and shit, innit? But for some reason, you can't in the UK. But yet America, they have all the English football. Lindelof. Goes long, looking for Rashford, and that ball over top we've seen Lindelof do so often comes into effect there. He pulled it back for Ronaldo, who's fired straight at Vincent Guaita. What other sports do you watch? I don't really watch many sports. I play more sports than I watch. I've been watching a bit of F1 recently because my brother and my flatmate are really big into F1, so I've been watching that with them a bit. Like if the Olympics is on and shit, I'll watch it. Like for example, when the Cricket World Cup was on, If I was free, I wouldn't put it on. But if it was on, like if I went, like we had one of my brother's birthdays, and he had a barbecue at his, and the cricket was on. So I watched that, but I don't. Apart from for football, I don't really sit down to specifically watch any other sport. Dalot with a quality cross in. Fred into the box! Nearly finds the top corner. Really well blocked by Crystal Palace. My God. We'll see this shot from Fred again. Fred again. Oh, it's going top corner. Ball comes in. Lindelof. McTominay out for a goal kick. No, it's another corner. All right, Bruno Fernandes will take it. Ball comes in. Can Sancho take it down the edge of the box? No, but he does win it back and gives it into Dalot, who gets a lovely ball out to Bruno Fernandes. Bruno Fernandes will look to put the cross back in. Tompkins heads clear. Tellez heads it back forward. Kouyaté looks to play it out. And can the Palace do it? Bruno Fernandes is pressing and wins a throw-in for Palace. It's so refreshing to see United play this well. Gallagher. Lindelof. Dalot. Lindelof. Fred. Ball into Ronaldo. Knocks it down. Bruno Fernandes. Good save, Guaita. I think it was going wide anyway, but it's a good save by Guaita. It's promising, isn't it? I'm excited. This is the most excited I've been for a United game. By 25 minutes into a game normally, I'm bored. I'm on the edge of my seat. We're so dominant. We're creating chances. We're just so much better. Dalot. McTominay. Dalot. Poor pass back to Lindelof, but De Gea will come out, pick it up. We'll find Maguire. Ball down the line, looking for Marcus Rashford. Up against Tompkins. Pulls it across. Bruno Fernandes. Ronaldo. Oh, Crystal Palace just about get bodies in the way. My God, Manchester United are so dominant at the moment. The goal, you'd imagine he's just moments away. Leeds United have taken the lead against Brentford. That goal coming from Tyler Roberts. Here comes Jadon Sancho. Finds Rashford on the edge. Finds McTominay. McTominay strikes. Zaha and Mark Guay both dive in to make the block. And what I was going to say is, Aaron Wan-Bissaka is going to have a big task on his hands to try and displace Diego Dalot today. He's looking fantastic today so far. The only thing you can say is maybe Zaha hasn't been able to put anything on Dalot really. But, I mean, if United aren't going to have to do loads of defending, then it doesn't matter, does it? Maguire sprinting forward. It's fucking quality. It's so much better. How many times will we see Maguire get the ball there and walk it forward? No, he's getting the ball and sprinting. It's what we see from like Varane. We are all over this Crystal Palace team. I tell you what, we are fucking massive. So Telles is going to take this corner for United. All right, Telles will put the cross into the box. Ronaldo header. He's appealing for a penalty. Maguire gives it back out to Telles. Ball comes in. Bruno puts the ball back into the box. It's a poor ball in. And it's out for a goal kick. When is Varane coming back? Hopefully this month. I'm not 100% sure. Just look at this. 10 shots already in this game. We probably didn't have 10 shots in our last game. Right. A team on about Palace's level. Watford. How many shots did we have against Watford? We had 9. And Palace are better than Watford. I don't know who else. Aston Villa. 28. Fair enough. Fuck me. Telles. Ronaldo made a good run, but we go short. Sancho, who's come out onto this left-hand side. So Bruno's gone out to the right. Zaha. McTominay wins the ball well. But Bruno Fernandes has fouled Wilfried Zaha there. Wayne Rooney's here. Wazza's here. Guay. Tompkins. What would be interesting to ask you guys, do you think there is a possibility that Fred's gone down injured. He's holding his knee. Do you reckon there's a possibility that Ralph Ragnick could become just permanent Manchester United manager come the end of the season? Is this the same United squad 1 month ago? I can't believe what I'm watching. I know it's so much better, innit? We'll see what happened. So Klein looked to play the pass, and he just caught him. Ooh, that looked a painful one by Klein. He isn't meant to do it, but it does look painful. He's down. This ain't good for Fred. Knee injuries are the worst. Oh, no. No. Ragnick's having a chat with McKenna. Ralph Ragnick's having a chat with McKenna. That can't be good. Oh, no. He should be alright here, Fred. He's back on his feet. Alright, we're down to 10 men momentarily. A lovely ball into Jadon Sancho by Maguire. Sancho goes for goal. Roof of the net. Deflected up and over. And it will be a goal. It'll be a corner for United. Gotta go. In a bit, FIFA Sweet, mate. Or Sweat. I don't know why I always called you Sweet. Right, Telles puts the ball into the box. Rashford. Sancho. Bruno. Alex Tellez. Bruno Fernandes puts it back into the mid to the defenders, or to the halfway line, where we see Fred and Dalot. Fred with a lovely over the top ball looking for Rashford, but he will be offside. What I hate about knees is that they never completely heal. Yeah, I mean, it's very difficult just to let. Well, I mean, I don't know the ins and outs of knee injuries, but like, I imagine it's very, very difficult to keep your knee completely straight at all times. Who doesn't let them heal as easy, but that could be rubbish. I don't, like I said, I'm not any expert. The hair clears long. Ronaldo chasing Mark Guay and heads it out for a throw-in to Palace. Can you hear that motorbike in the background? McTominay. Bruno. Throw into United. Mitchell puts it out for a throw-in. Go on, Dalot. Good throw, Dalot. Sancho comes and picks it up. Goes down the line to Diego Dalot, who's making the run. But he fouls Guay. I tell you what, I have been really impressed with Mark Guay this season. He looks like a very, very astute signing from Patrick Vieira. Was it from not Tottenham, Chelsea? Guay. So Guay, no, not Guay. Guaita goes long. Fred flicks it forward. Fred. Out to Bruno Fernandes. Go on, Bruno. Telles is making the overlap. And Bruno Fernandes picks it back up. Finds Sancho. Into Fred. He gets it out to Telles. Bruno. Fred. Bruno. Lovely ball looking for Rashford. Slightly overhit. Out for a goal kick. 35 minutes in. And the only criticism we can really say about this first half for me is that we haven't found the goal yet. McTominay can't win the header. Dalot flicks it up field. Yeah, look, I mean, like I said, the only negative is that we haven't found a goal yet, which is rare for a Manchester United team, especially in the first half of games. Only 2 shots on target. Again, a little bit of a concern. But you have to remember, this is just the first game of this Ralph era. Come, what, the 4th or 5th game? Imagine how good we could look then. Tompkins goes long because he's forced long, really. Lindelof won the header against what's it called? Fred interception, but Palace wins it back. Here is Zaha was it? Yep. Teller's good tackle. It's unbelievable how the level of a step up we've made this in this game. Look, conversion chances might come back to haunt United. Obviously, it could, but what I would say is, look, obviously we want to and need to win this game. Obviously, that goes without saying. But Jordan Ayew shoots, but it's well wide. Doesn't even cause De Gea any issues. What I would say is though, while results are of course always the be all or end all, performances are key. And the level of performances. If you look at Manchester City, Liverpool, Chelsea, yes, they don't win all the games, but 99% of the time they play unbelievably and they should win games. So when they do lose a game, while of course they're disappointed and a bit annoyed, it's not that big of an issue because the level of performance was there, and they know if that game gets played 2 or 3 again, they win the game. It's just that 1 in 100 chance that they lose the game. They did. And that would be the same for United, really, in this game. While, of course, we need to win the game, but we play like we have in this opening 40 minutes, every game this season, we will win a lot more games than we would lose, that we will drop points. And we will win a lot more games and get a lot more points than we would under Ole Gunnar Solskjaer or Carrick playing the style of football we were. And because of that, why, like I keep saying, it's of course important and imperative we do try and win the game. When we do win the game, it's not the be all or end all. As long as we are playing in a way that in the future will result in wins. If that makes sense. Right, so Palace have a free kick, ball comes in. Maguire won the first header and it's cleared out by Bruno Fernandes. Palace looking to keep it alive though. But the ball's it's just up in the air. But Palace do bring it down now. But I think it was Schlupp stands on the ball and slips over. Jadon Sancho gives the ball away poorly there. Dalot, the throwing, gives it to Sancho, gives it back to Dalot, who can't take a first touch. Alanga's there warming up on the touchline. Maguire wins the header. Dalot, Fred, Lindelof, into De Gea. Look, goes out to Bruno Fernandes. Fred. Looks for the ball to Cristiano Ronaldo. Just doesn't come through. Good defended by Tariq Mitchell. Tompkins. Ball looks to go down the line. Man United Palace can't keep it in, and Fred will quickly take the throw in into Maguire. Maguire, lovely ball into Fred, good turn to Bruno. Just goes back into Maguire. And I feel it's slowly starting to slow back down to normal pace, but that's kind of what you expect. You're closing into half time. You've only been really starting to be coached how to play this high pressing style. For less than what 3 days, 2-3 days. So when you come to the end of half is when you're going to be most vulnerable, when you're going to be absolutely knackered. But hopefully come out in second half and we'd be like we were at the start of the first half, and we can get that first goal. Tompkins goes long. Crossfield ball. McTominay wins it, but Gallagher will pick it back up on the second ball. Into Zaha. Mitchell. Guay. Zaha. Good play from Maguire. Fred into Tellez. Tellez will go long. Tompkins wins the header. Bruno Fernandes will take it down. Jordan Ayew comes through Bruno Fernandes' back, and it's a free kick to United just inside the Crystal Palace half. You wouldn't expect United to do much with this. We'll play it out wide into Tellez quickly though. Fred. Bruno Fernandes. Fred. Lindelof. Good boys. Maguire, crossfield ball, looking for Dalot. Well defended. I feel like these long balls, they ain't working. Fred. To Ronaldo. McTominay. Maguire. Come on now. Tellez got so much room to run into. And he does. Ball comes in. Good defending by Crystal Palace. Not the greatest of crosses in by Tellez. And Palace will look to clear now. Can Dalot take it under? Somehow beats Zaha to it. It's awful from both of them, really. Both of them just let the ball bounce, and it just so happened that it fell for Dalot, sorry, rather than Zaha. Tellez. Bruno. Tellez. Fred. So there's been 1 minute of added time in this first half. Come on. Let's get a goal before half time. That would be great, wouldn't it? Goal just before half time. Just to put heads down. McTominay. Lovely ball out to Tellez, who has so much room. Paul comes in. Just no one attacking it. Lovely. Lovely. We love when cars do that. Maguire. Looks for Dalot. But Dalot takes it down now. Dalot running. McTominay's in. Pulls it back to Dalot. Over the bar. Lovely play from United. And that is going to be half time. Half time. The score is Manchester United 0. Crystal Palace 0. But there's reason to be optimistic from that first half. It's over the bar. But it's much better for Manchester United. And that's what we want. Why a lot of people have been calling for Diogo Dalot to start more games. Just going forward, we know how good he can be. It's been ages since we dominated games. Time to finish in the second half. I agree. It's been a pleasure to watch Manchester United in that first half. Like I said, coming to the end of that second half, I thought we did. I don't want to say fall off, but we weren't at the same level as we were at the start. But that being said, we were still quality, weren't we? But look, yeah, so if we go over to this screen, so this is certainly how we were playing. We thought it might have been that in the first half, but certainly this, with both Sancho and Bruno coming in short. And there's clearly been a real emphasis on both Dalot and Dallo and Telles to get forward and try and get crosses in. And I mean, Sancho and Bruno, they have constantly been swapping over. And if, let's say, the ball is here with Dallo, we've seen, let's say, for example, Sancho making this run, but then Bruno coming in to this space. And that's kind of what we want to see, isn't it? So we've got players everywhere, and I mean, the press. My God, our press has been unbelievable. And it's not just our pressing; it's small things like how well we've cut off passing lanes. I think that really you've really seen that by the amount of times we've seen Crystal Palace have to go long and try and clear it. They're a team that wants to try and play through the lines, but we're not allowing them to. We're forcing them to go long to Benteke. And while obviously that is something they can do with Christian Benteke, we've dealt with it really well. This has been, for me, our best game this season. And if this is the first game under Ralph, imagine the second game, then the third game, and so on. Look, and like I keep saying, Palace aren't a bad team. They ain't no walkover, and we've made them look average, and that's it. That's something you have to put and give plaudits for. Well, to Ralph Rangnick for, because he has got this team playing fantastically, and to say that's his first game after about a week is very, very impressive. Also, we'll thrash young boys next week. Let's certainly hope so. And one last thing I just want to mention before I go refill my bottle. If I get up, if I get Ralph up here, Ralph is constantly down here on the touchline, screaming at players, commanding, being a proper coach. He's always telling his players what to do, being the voice for them. I remember when Mourinho, and obviously he said it to spite Luke Shaw. He said, Luke Shaw had a great game, but that was because I was telling him I was being his mind and telling him what to do all game. That's what Ralph's doing, but for everyone. And that's what a coach does. That's not me trying to belittle these players. That's just what a coach does. He's constantly talking to his players, saying what to be doing. Oh, exploit that space. Do this, do that. That is quality. Ralph, man of the match. He's a definite contender. I'm for one, I'm really excited for the Ralph era, and this is just the start of it. Right, I'm quickly, like I said, I'm gonna go refill my bottle. I'll be back in about 5 minutes. Not even that. I won't miss the start of the second half this time, and we will see more Ralph Ball in action. I'll see you in a minute. Rightio, rightio. I'm back. Fill my bottle up. I'm ready for some Ralph Ragnick magic. Ralph Ball is fully in flow at the moment, and I'm loving it. The only thing we're missing is some goals, but they'll come. Um, all we need to do in the second half is score and play how we did, and I'll be happy because that was the only thing that was missing from that first half performance. I mean, I don't think what's his name? I don't think Paz really offered anything. Jadon Sancho. Jadon Sancho had Jadon Sancho had the ball at his feet for longer than any other player in that first half. It shows the impact he's starting to have on this Manchester United team, and he's a quality player. People were writing this guy off after his first few games. The guy's quality. Van der Beek complex. The problem with well, look, would I want Van der Beek on? Of course I do. But that being said, I'm never sure if if Van der Beek works with Fred. I think that midfield. I mean, I'm not sure how tall Van der Beek is. But I don't think he's very tall. Oh, he's 6 foot. He's not tiny. But I do just think is that enough height in the midfield? So that would be my only risk, I guess, we bring Van der Beek on. But I would love to see him. Yeah, I would. He's a quality player. But the second half is about to get underway. Come on, Ralph. Ragnick is at the wheel. Tell me how good does it feel? We've got Sancho, Paul Pogba and Fred. Marcus Rashford, he's Manc born and bred. The greatest of English football. We've won it all. Come on. Ragnick is at the wheel. Tell me how good does it feel? We got Sancho, Paul Pogba and Fred. Marcus Rashford, he's Manc born and bred. Right, so second half about to get underway. And away we go here for the second half. There we go. It's a greater. Rashford given press, but it's a long ball. Ayew flicks on. Conor Gallagher. To Nathaniel Klein. He goes long. Maguire. Fred. Jordan Ayew fouls Fred. But it's back into Harry Maguire. Crossfield to Dalot. Goes down the line. Bruno Fernandes looks to pull it back across to Rashford, but good defend by Palace. And Conor Gallagher will go long. Maguire will pick it back up on the halfway line. Sancho. Awful ball from Sancho. Falls straight to Jordan Ayew, who goes to attack, but Lindelof defends well. And here's McTominay will just pick it ball up. Ronaldo giving chase. Guaita goes long. Tellez wins the header. Tellez. Into Maguire. Lovely ball into Jadon Sancho. And again, I think Maguire's had a good game. Fucking hell, McTominay. That is the worst pass I've ever seen. Maguire. Tellez. Lovely ball into Maguire, out to Dalot. Just goes backwards though. Tellez goes down the line. Rashford into Sancho. Back into Rashford. Give back to Sancho. Goes into Tellez. Look, my thoughts on the fullbacks is I think Luke Shaw could come in and replace Tellez quite easily still. I think Luke Shaw going forward is very, very good when he's at his best. With Dalot and Wan-Bissaka, they're Bruno, woeful shot really. Dalot can obviously, he's got a good cross on him, but Wan-Bissaka, while he doesn't cross often, I think that's a big problem with Wan-Bissaka. When he does cross, I don't think they're that bad. And while I think Dalot, how he plays, I think he's a lot more aesthetically pleasing than Wan-Bissaka. So, for example, he's put in a few good crosses. He put a few good crosses in. There was one really good one, just which no one attacked. But then there was one that Ronaldo won at the edge of the box. It was a really poor cross because it was head high, edge of the box, which shouldn't be happening because you ain't going to score a header from the edge of the box. But because the way he crossed it looks good, it looks a lot better than it actually is. And Wan-Bissaka is the opposite. Because we've seen Wan-Bissaka put in crosses like the good one that I said about Dalot, where just no one attacked it. We've seen Wan-Bissaka put them in before. But because, again, they're not aesthetically pleasing, they don't get as much credit, or he doesn't get as much credit for it as Dallo would. But that being said, Dallo has had a good game. And it'll be interesting to see whether how Wan-Bissaka plays now, because I've always thought there's something tactical about Wan-Bissaka and how he doesn't attack as much as Luke Shaw did. Because when we're dominating games, like I remember when we played Southampton, for example, a couple games against Everton, I think he got really high. But then some games, like when I went to watch Man United play West Ham at the London Stadium, he played really well. But then in other games, he didn't go forward at all. So I always thought that must be tactical. Because even when he was at Palace, he used to attack. So I'll be interested to see, do we see Wan-Bissaka get forward a little bit more? And was it a tactical thing? And will we see Wan-Bissaka's game going forward progress? Now, he's not guaranteed to be a first choice right back. Well, and potentially, not just guaranteed, but he might be actually be second choice. McTominay loses the ball. Here is Zaha. Lindelof wins it back well. Dallo. Tellez. Ronaldo. Bruno Fernandes. Puts the ball in looking for Rashford. I think he might have been offside, but Palace deal with it and just go long. What's been given? Lindelof has apparently fouled Benteke. Every time we cut to the sideline and we see McKenna talking to Ralph Ragnick, I'm not very happy. I don't want to know what fucking McKenna thinks. Are you? Falls on his ass. I hope Ronaldo scores today. Go, 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 just. Well, I mean, I hope just someone scores soon. Talos goes down the line for Zaha. Fred. Ayew wins a free kick, and there's a Palace free kick just edge of the box. Fred's down, is injured, as is Ayew. This ain't good. This is not good. The only thing I would say is, do Palace have a free kick taker? The fact that Fred's in this team still... Fred's been alright. Fred's played well today. He's played well in the last couple games. So Benteke's not on the field at the moment. With a head, because of his head injury. So that might mean we see Odsonne Edouard come on. So Conor Gallagher is going to be the one to take this free kick for Palace. Again, I'm not quite sure how good Gallagher is at set pieces and free kicks. So I'm interested to see how it gets on. So Gallagher will put the ball into the box. Kuyate heads it over. He wants a corner, but he ain't going to get one. Oh no, it will be a corner. Right. Can we defend this well? Palace have got players in the air who can cause danger. Benteke's back on. So obviously he's a big one. Kuyate's a big lad. Mark Guay is fairly big. I think it was Schlupp who won the header. And it's out for a goal kick. And we go quickly from the back. Maguire surging forward into Tellez. Not the greatest of balls into Tellez, who gives it away. Jordan Ayew. Kuyate. Sancho working. Try and win the ball back. Ball goes to Tompkins. To Guaita. But United force them long. Benteke. Gallagher. Back to Gallagher. Palace, much better in the second half from Palace, to be fair. I feel like we do need to bring some subs on at this point. Ronaldo taken out. Surely it's a free kick to United, and it is. Just about halfway between the penalty area and the halfway line. Free kick to United. Bruno and Telles will be the people to stand over it. Just try and get the ball into the box. Darren Fletcher there on the touchline screaming at players while Ralph Ragnick stood again talking to McKenna. Telles puts the ball into the box. Sancho. Fred. Dallo. Jadon Sancho. Go on, Jadon. Sancho finds Rashford. Just tries to do too much. Just get the shot away. Rashford, he tries to take it through the smallest of gaps between two people when he could just take a touch with his right, open himself up and curl it into the far corner. I think you take Rashford off. Get Mason on. Or put Bruno up top alongside Ronaldo and get Elanga on. Long ball from Klein down the line. Benteke takes it under. Lovely crossfield ball into to Tariq Mitchell. Dallo intercepts well and keeps the ball under challenge from Gallagher. Here is Jadon Sancho now running. Plays the ball, looking for Rashford. Slightly overhit, but Tompkins does well. And he's out for a corner for United. Come on then. Boys in the box. Win the header. Maguire's there. Ronaldo's there. McTominay's there. Lindelof's there. Bruno Fernandes will take it. Rashford's offered the ball short. Bruno into Sancho. Sancho puts the ball into the box. It's a poor ball in. It's out for a goal kick. And we've gone short. It was the same old short corner that we did literally about 5 minutes ago. Not 5 minutes ago. 5 minutes into the game. So Greenwood's coming on. Mason. I wonder who Greenwood will come on for. You'd imagine it would be for Rashford. De Gea goes long. Obviously, this will be Rashford's first game back since getting COVID. Or at least testing positive for COVID. So, it'd be interesting to see what sort of state is he in physically, because we know what sort of impacts COVID can have on you and on your fitness. So, I'm quite interested to see that. Dalla gives away a free kick there stupidly. Just poor touch and takes out the Crystal Palace player. Ronaldo can't bring it down from the long ball. And Palace do now get it down with Kouyaté. But United swarming. And Guetta goes long. Schlupp takes it down, finds Kouyaté. Again, United, the press is there. We're just not giving them time on the ball, really. Fred especially, just chasing. But now he has to get back as Palace break through. And here is Zaha. Nutmegs Dalot. And runs it out of play. I tell you what, if Zaha had a good game, I wonder how well Palace could have done it up against Dalot. Because I think obviously at times, yes, he's done well up. Dalot's done well up against. Sancho's off. Sancho. He kept Rashford on. So Sancho's off. Has Greenwood gone out onto the right, or has Rashford come out? So Bruno's there. So Greenwood's out on the right hand side. I'm actually shocked. It's Sancho's off. Sancho had a good game. That has baffled me. But look, I ain't gonna criticise him yet, just yet. We'll see how it pays off. But I am surprised. I imagine we'll probably see Zalanga come on later on for Rashford, and we'll see then Greenwood go up top and Zalanga out on the right or left. There's a corner for Palace. Can we defend this well? Obviously, quite often from these corners, it's been Sancho being the one kind of starting the counter-attack. So it'll be interesting to see, does Greenwood fulfill that role? Because that's an important part of defending a corner, is getting the ball out and trying to start that counter-attack. Tariq Mitchell will take the corner for Crystal Palace. Ball comes in. Well defended. Forced to Gallagher on the edge of the box, who's just decapitated someone in the crowd. Maguire. Bruno. Telles. Maguire. Back to Telles. Great play here by Telles and Bruno, but doesn't quite come off. Fred will win it though, and will win a throw in. Fred takes it down, goes back into De Gea. Lovely ball into Diogo Dalot, and now we can break. Come on then, Dalot. Let's see what you're about. Just gives it into Fred. That's what we expect from Wan-Bissaka. Good play there by Palace, winning the ball up. United couldn't really get it under. And it's a long ball. United in the second half, it's become more from what we expected from Ollie, to be honest. And I think that's not ideal, is it? And I think it goes back to what we were saying. You can't expect United to be perfect straight away. And it goes back to what I think was it what Pleb said. Not converting our chances might come back to haunt us. And so far in the second half, it looks like it might because we're not really doing much. Odsonne Edouard is now going to come on for Crystal Palace. He's coming on for Christian Benteke. So that will give United something a little bit different to think about. Christian Benteke, obviously someone who's more adept to taking the ball off, taking the ball in the air, bringing it down and playing. Whereas Odsonne Edouard, kind of someone who wants the ball more in behind. So, look, while Edouard can play the ball to feet and in the ground, in the air, sorry, that's more Benteke's game than his. Bruno goes long, looking for Rashford over the top. Rashford gets past Gray and wins a free kick, surely for Manchester United, and does. Well played there by Marcus Rashford. And come on, let's get a goal here. I think you get the opening goal, more can come. Because at the moment, like obviously Palace will go into this game thinking, we'll take a draw. But if we can snatch one, then obviously brilliant. Right. Telles and Bruno standing over this free kick. Telles goes for goal. What are you doing, Telles? So wasteful that from Alex Telles to go for goal. Get the ball into the box. Let's on attack it. Ronaldo's saying Guaita saved it, but I don't think so. Greenwood takes it down. Good pressing from United again. Fred into Rashford. McTominay and Greenwood. Just no communication there between the two. As they both try and take the ball and just end up giving the ball back to Crystal Palace. But Lindelof fouls Zaha there, but they'll play the advantage. Zaha now. Bit of skill. Gives it into Odsonne Edouard. Beats Fred. Bruno Fernandes will win the ball back though. And United will now look to try and play the advantage. Greenwood into Bruno. Bruno flicks it back into Fred. Again, the referee plays the advantage after Bruno Fernandes was fouled. Ronaldo into Fred. Fred luckily finds McTominay. Rashford back into Lindelof. I think we just need to raise the tempo a little bit more here. Get the ball moving quicker. Really get Palace moving. Because I think it's all just gone a little bit stale in the second half. Rashford. Telles. Offside. Come on. Come on, United. Fred. Lovely ball out to Rashford. Tellez making the overlap. Go on, Marcus. Tellez. Fred. McTominay. Greenwood. Bruno. Greenwood. Awful shot. It was a decent play there by Greenwood and Bruno. Bruno teed him up. It was all. It's worse than I thought it was originally. I just don't. I just don't understand why he shot it like that. Ralph Nickelodeon. But look, I was very, very encouraged by the first half. Obviously, second half we've fallen off a little bit, but that you come to expect that when a manager has only been in charge for 2 days. Dallo. Greenwood. Into Dallo. Dallo puts the cross in. Awful cross again. That's what I mean. But because he put the cross in, Dallo will probably get plaudits for it. Maguire goes long ball. It's poor. Long ball. Lindelof does well. Lindelof. Poor from Lindelof. Just up rather than out. No free kick's been given. Tomney and Edouard wrestling for it. Zaha now has it. Zaha sends Dallo and Thingy back to, I don't know, kindergarten. But Greenwood does well. Bruno picks it up. Now goes long. Looking for Cristiano Ronaldo. It's just long ball now again. It's the same old stuff we saw from under Ollie in the second half. You guys hype this guy up like he's the second one with Sir Alex Ferguson. Same old law. It tends to, like I said, against in the first half we saw what we expect from Ralph Rangnick and Ralph Rangnick team. Second half, there's absolutely no doubt that it has fallen off a little bit. But you expect that when this coach, who's bringing these new ideas and wants such a change in style from low intensity to really high intensity pressing, you expect that it not to be instant, especially after 2 days. I was impressed by what we saw in that open half hour, considering it's only been 2 days. So I'm not surprised that it's slowed down in the second half. I'm just surprised we haven't seen changes to try and kind of orchestrate a lift in performances. Because as I said, it's gone a little bit stale now, hasn't it? So we have a corner here. I think it's time that United fans understand that the manager isn't the problem. I mean, some of the plays aren't good enough, but I think if you're expecting big change in 2 days, I think you're foolish. Ball comes in from the corner. And are you just wide? Big chance there for Crystal Palace. Huge chance. And we are now going to see changes. We're going to see Alanga come on for Rashford. So Rashford comes off. So it's for Rashford, but I imagine it's this then. Is it that? Alanga's on the left. So Bruno's out on the right. Maybe not. They're both there. There we go. Right. Brilliant. I've missed the goal. Fred scored. Bloody hell. Of course I've missed the goal. Because my game... my game froze. Oh, I'll be able to watch it still. Because I'm slightly behind everyone else. That's not too bad then. Right, get it full screen. Let's watch it. So, Dallo with it. Puts the ball in. Greenwood picks it up. It's not going to be Fred from the fucking edge of the box, is it? What a fucking goal, Fred! Oh my god, Fred! Oh my god! I didn't know Fred had that in his locker. My guy, Greenwood's laid it off to the edge of the box. And Fred has just gone whoop, top, far post, top corner, edge of the box. Fucking Fred. Freddy, baby. What a goal. Oh, he's doing his dance. Oh, my word. Let's see it again. Dallo taking on his man. Found Greenwood. Drops it back into Fred. And Fred, on his weaker right foot, swings and sticks it into the far top hand corner. Oh, there's absolutely no chance for the keeper there. That is a world-class finish by Fred. Fred. My God. Freddy, baby. And it's weirdly, I saw on Twitter this morning, I saw people asking, who do you think will be the first person to score? Well, who do you think will be the person to start the scoring under Ralph Rangnick? And I saw someone say Fred. My God, he's right. That is what we need. And now we can sit back and enjoy. Bruno. Tellez. Freddy, baby. Awful from Dallo. Just into absolutely nobody. Man should buy a lottery ticket. Fresh quality, yeah. I mean, that's what. I mean, I said earlier when you said why is Fred starting. I mean, Fred has been playing well at the moment, and that goal, he deserved it. Tellez goes down the line. Ronaldo poor. Bruno slips. McTominay just takes out Edouard. Since Ollie left, Fred, wow. What can I say? I mean, right, we have a picture of Ralph Rangnick celebrating the goal. There we go. There's Ralph. Ralph celebrating the first goal of his tenureship as Manchester United manager. Beautiful. So Maguire. So Van der Beek is ready to come on. Alright, Gallagher. Go short. Tariq Lamptey. Not Lamptey. Tariq Mitchell puts it in. Chance here for Palace. Maybe no. United just about do enough. Greenwood. Poor. Maguire's down. Looks like a head injury. This doesn't look good. This does not look good. Yeah, Fred might be injured. But what I can do is this was the celebrations from Fred and Tellez after Fred's goal. Fred doing his little dance. Fred has his water after scoring the banger. Let's see it again. Greenwood, it's unbelievable finish. Unbelievable finish. And the first goal of the Ralph Rangnick era is here as a banger. And Ralph Rangnick saying, "Get up, boys, get up." Where is Ralph's own style? Well, the problem is, obviously, Ralph Rangnick, obviously, he does have some coach and stuff that he wants to try and bring in. Like, he's trying to bring in, I think, the physio or physiotherapist from RB Leipzig, which he brought in. But because Ralph Rangnick has been has changed roles so often, so he's been a coach, he's been technical director, head of global, so on and so forth. Unlike people that have just been coaches like Pochettino, he hasn't had that, he hasn't got his own set of staff that he constantly works with. So I don't know what's actually happening with Maguire. He stayed down. Michael Olise's coming on. Van der Beek's ready to come on. And Eze's also coming on. Maguire's he's gonna get a headband. It looks like he will play on with a headband on. So let's see what it happened. Maguire and Edouard just collided with each other. Great defending though by Maguire. Putting his head where it hurts. Maguire's up. Bruno Fernandes is the man that has made way for Donny van der Beek. That stuff hasn't happened just yet, but it will happen. So I'll just do it now. There we go. Here we go. So Van der Beek's not on quite yet, but he will come on now. Greenwood's giving away the free kick. Here we go. And look, I do think Bruno's had a good game. Van der Beek coming on with only 10 minutes to go is a little bit disappointing. But I imagine it has something to do with United kind of wanting to keep him on until the goal. So I'm not too unhappy. And if we look at the stats of this game, look, United, there's no doubt United deserve to be winning it. Obviously, there is some things about these stats you want to improve. Only 3 shots on target. You want to be getting 4, 5, or 6 at least when you have 16 shots on in the entire game. But you take it, don't you? You'll take it from what we've just seen. And it's like I said, we've been good. We should have more goals. We've got the win today. Imagine how good we can look in 3 or 4 games' time. Right. Maguire wins the header. Looks for Van der Beek, who takes it down. Maguire wins it. McTominay flicks it forward. Here is Alanga. Who I'm really happy Alanga's got the opportunity. We haven't seen much of him today. Ball over the top from Dallo, looking for Van der Beek. Just surrounded by Palace players. But wins a free kick really well there, Van der Beek. But yeah, I'm really happy that we've got to see Alanga. I was very, very, very impressed with him during pre-season. And I made a very big point of it, that he deserves to play and feature this season, because he was very good in pre-season. But we hadn't seen that. But this year, well straight away, at Ralph's first game, we see him. Right, so it's a free kick to United. Tellez will take it. Ball comes in. Guaita just about takes it off the head of Maguire. It's about seeing it out at this point. We don't necessarily have to score a second goal. I don't know how long this time has been out of sync for, but I'll try and sort it. There we go. Ball comes in from Tellez. Maguire wins the header, but deflects off a Crystal Palace player, and at least they can clear it. But yeah, I mean, overall, I've been happy with how United played. I'm looking forward to seeing more United. For once, I was excited. And in the first half especially, I was on the edge of my seat because we were playing so well. Second half, like I keep saying, did fall off a little bit. But on the whole, I've been very, very happy with Ralph's start to United. And if this is the first game, I can't wait until the second or third game. Or the third and fourth game. Especially after the young boys, when we haven't got midweek games or Champions League games to worry about as much. Maguire, long ball. Elise flicks it over Tellez. Fred's there. Van der Beek. Tellez. Fred looks for the flick down the line, but just no one was there. Klein will look to clear it, but Tellez just picks it back up. Fred, lovely ball into Ronaldo, who's surrounded by Palace players. Dallo will just about get there before Zaha. And United's just playing keep ball now. Fred. Langer battling for it, but can't get hold of it. Conor Gallagher looks for the ball out wide, but again, United win it. And here's Ronaldo. Looks for the ball to Elanga. Tompkins, good interception. But here is Donny van der Beek. Got no one supporting him at all. So he has to go back. And he does. And it's 5 minutes of added time. Patrick Vieira shouting at somebody. Van der Beek. Into Fred. Conor Gallagher does well. And here comes Crystal Palace. Ball looking for Zaha. Lindelof completely wipes out Wilfried Zaha. That's surely a free kick. Is it a free kick or has he booked Zaha? It's a free kick. Lindelof goes into the book. Just fucking defend it, boys. Boys, just don't fuck it up, please. Oh, no, ball didn't come in. Referee's having a chat to Tellez at the back stick. Just saying, like, I don't know what he's saying, really. Let go of Tompkins, maybe. But at least they will take the free kick. Palace is wasting their own time. Ball comes in. Ronaldo heads clear. Well defended there by Ronaldo. Come on. Right, let's just set up, mark our man, and let's get this ball away. Ball comes in. De Gea pushes it over the bar. Right, ball comes in from Palace. Again, headed clear. I think it was McTominay this time, maybe. I don't know. It was Van der Beek. I don't like us keep giving away these set pieces, these corners, these free kicks. This is where United has consistently conceded from, not just this season, but under Solskjaer and under this coaching setup. Zaha air kicks it, but will still get the ball, but can't get it back into the box. Van der Beek heads into Ronaldo, who gives it straight away to Mitchell. Mitchell out to Elise. Van der Beek, good tackle. Ronaldo slips over and it's out for a Palace throw-in deep in Manchester United's half. They'll go back to the halfway line where Nathaniel Klein is. Into Mark Guay. No, sorry, that's Mitchell. Guay's getting forward, trying to get into the box. Long ball from Eze. Lindelof and Maguire both go for it, but Fred clears it. Elanga goes for it, but gives away a free kick for a high boot. Elanga's saying no chance, but the referee doesn't care and gives the free kick anyway. And here comes Wilfried Zaha. McTominay does well. Sorry, Dalot does well. Here is Greenwood. Can he offload it to Van der Beek? He can. Van der Beek looks for the ball out to Ronaldo, but Crystal Palace get back well. It was a really poor pass, all things considered, by Greenwood. Not really giving Van der Beek much time and space to try and play a pass. But McTominay has a throw in here. He'll just leave it to Dalot. And with a minute to go, United just trying to hold on for that clean sheet at this point. Throw in. Elanga taken down. He wants a free kick. He's not going to get one. Maguire wins the header. Conor Gallagher, poor touch. And here comes Mason Greenwood. Can he play in Cristiano Ronaldo? No, he goes alone. Mark Guay makes the tackle. Greedy from Greenwood. Conor Gallagher, lovely ball out to Michael Elise. And here comes Crystal Palace. One last time, maybe. Poor pass. And Maguire clears it out for a goal kick. Come on, let's just see it. Come on. Referee, blow the whistle. And there we go. Final whistle has been blown. Manchester United won. Crystal Palace won. And Manchester United get away with one. Well, I mean, I say we got away with one. We've won the game, and rightly so. Were we at our best? No, of course we weren't. Well, for a large majority of that game, we probably weren't at our very, very best. But the most important thing was winning the game, and we did that, and we deserved to win it. We go over to the league table, how that looks right now. That does put us into 6th, above both Arsenal. Above Arsenal. Not Wolves. Spurs, of course, they won their game 3-0, so they stay above us in 5th. Of course, if Arsenal win their game in hand over us, they will then go back into 6th. But I mean, I think Arsenal. I think we should be happy with where we are, considering the start of the season we had. But look, all things considered, I think we should be happy and just be excited more than anything for what's to come. Fred was used so well. Yeah, he was. Fred was very good today. I was very impressed with Fred. But I mean, I think Fred is just underrated. But look, what we'll do, we'll end this watch. We'll end the watch along here, and we'll go live for the match reaction. That will be, the link to that is in the description, or you can find it on my channel. We'll be live there in about 5 or so minutes, where we'll do player ratings and talk more in depth about this game. Anyway, if you have enjoyed 9 away from Chelsea, well, yeah. I mean, like I said, don't expect a title race, but top 4 is the aim for this season, and anything more is a bonus. That's the word I'm trying to look for. Anyway, like I said, I'm going to end this watch along here, and we'll be live over in the match reaction in about 5 or so minutes. So do tune in there. Anyway, thank you all for watching, and I'll see you all in the next one in a bit. Peace.